Hey, this is Mark with the Practical Still. We're going back to the bottle today on the Belle Meade Cask Strength Reserve Bourbon. This one is, just to recap, it's, let's see, 113.5 proof. It was batch number 17, bottle 1173 of some batch of barrels and bottles that I have no reference to, so I don't think that's relevant. But this is MGP stock. No age statement, but I think it seems to be in the 8, 9, 10-year-old range. And, you know, I was kind of meh on it in the beginning. I'm kind of still meh on it now. Nothing wrong with it at all. It is a solid execution of a bourbon. And that's great. But I think the SRP on this bourbon was $80. I paid $60 for it. After living with it for most of this bottle, I'm going to tell you, I don't think it's worth that. There's a lot of other things in the $60 range that I'd spend that money on. Rather than one more bottle. I don't mean to disparage anything, but one more bottle of MGP whiskey. I know they all do different things with it. They all have, they all put a lot of effort into it. I don't mean to talk bad about it. But my experience with MGP whiskeys ranging from very young to in the 12 to 14 year, 15, 16 year range is that they're very good. They are well-produced whiskeys, but they're just, in a music sense, there's a lot of mid-range in this whiskey in particular. Not a lot of highs, not a lot of lows, and that's great. But I want it to be priced accordingly. And to me, at a $60 bottle, I'm buying a Russell's Reserve single barrel, even just the standard offering single barrel. I'm buying, oh gosh, even if you pay what they want now for an Old Weller Antique at 60 or 70 or $80, I'm buying that. I'm buying Old Forester 1920 or 1910. There's just a whole lot of bottles that offer some, I don't know, some of those highs and lows that I don't find in this whiskey. So again, not bad. Certainly I don't regret buying that bottle. I'm glad I did. But what I'm finding these days is, especially with this one, when I go back to it, I'll take that first sip. I'll go, wow, maybe I misjudged this. Maybe this is really good. And then after a few minutes of sitting with it, I go, well, it's okay. And that's just been the same experience I have with this one. So the Belle Meade Cask Strength Reserve, I know there's some age-stated versions of this one. This one's not. It's just a non-age-stated whiskey. It's tasty. You won't regret buying it from a standpoint of it's a good whiskey that you'll enjoy drinking. But it just doesn't have the highs and lows that justify the price where it is, in my opinion. So I would pass from now on. I'm not upset that I bought it. I poured this, so let me take a sip just to confirm. Yeah, I mean, it's good. Nothing wrong with it. Just not exciting. So for the money, other things to spend the money on. But let me know what you think. If you're a big Belle Meade fan, I'll admit I think I've had this one and one or two other ones. Frankly, I don't even remember the other ones, which maybe tells you something right there. But if you've had it and you're a big fan, or you agree or you don't agree, let me know. Give me something in the comments. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know if we're doing these videos right, and what else you might like to see us talk about on the YouTube channel. And check out the podcast if you get a chance. Any of the major platforms, The Practical Still. So if you have that one, it's not bad. It's not great. It's drinkable. Let me know what you think. Cheers.